morning. It is 9:12. We appreciate you watching Minnesota Live. Time for another edition of Park Picks, where we introduce you. We take you to different parks all across the state. Last week, we were up in St. Louis County. We visited McCarthy Beach State Park, and we found some good spots for swimming.
Well, this week, we are heading to Chisago County and the border of Wisconsin to Interstate State Park. Naturalist Jenni Webster joins us via Zoom on this Wednesday. Hi, Jenni. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Tell us a little bit about Interstate State Park.
Yeah, you got it. Well, we are one of Minnesota's smaller state parks. We're located in the scenic town of Taylors Falls, Minnesota, just along the St. Croix River. And we're only an hour away from the Twin Cities area, but the landscape, as you're seeing here, is very different. So when you step out of the parking lot onto park trails, it's sort of like entering a different world. We've got these beautiful rocky cliffs with the St. Croix River threading down below. And what we're known for are our glacial potholes, which is an area of the park you're seeing a little bit of here, with huge holes carved into the rock from a river of glacial meltwater thousands of years ago. And that's kind of a unique part of the landscape here.
So how does one go about exploring these potholes?
Very slowly.
Okay.
Most of these potholes were cleared out or excavated just after the park is getting started. So this starts in 1895, and people are curious. They're digging into these potholes with buckets and shovels. A lot of them are park employees and volunteers. And it's just a really slow and probably stinky process. A lot of the things in the potholes when they were originally excavated were things that had been sitting in there for thousands of years after that glacial river got smaller and smaller. So kind of a curious part of the park to be able to say that you were involved in pothole excavation, well, and the geologic kind.
We saw some video and some images of like tours, so I would assume that there are other programs that you all offer at the park too.
Yeah, you've got it. The middle of summer here is peak for programming at Interstate State Park. So we have a lot of different opportunities to come out and connect to the park story. What we offer frequently is a chance to connect to the geologic story during those glacial pothole tours. So those are every weekend, every Monday during the summertime, and some Fridays as well, where you come out with a guide and you get to find out what's kind of special and unique about that small slice of the state park, the glacial potholes area.
Well, it's just such a cool place. We should love to take the kids there when they were little, because it's not very far from the Twin Cities. Like, it's a pretty low commitment, but it doesn't feel like it's only an hour or 45 minutes away from the Twin Cities.
I think that's one of the things that's kind of special about the park, is that it does feel like it's a totally different landscape, but you're not very far away. You can head home, or you can make a day trip where you come out to the park and then you explore the charming small towns nearby, take a scenic paddle boat ride or canoe or kayak down the river. So there's a lot to do in a small package, but really close to the Twin Cities area.
So in addition to the pothole viewing, what are some of the other things? We saw some signs for hiking trails, but of course with the river there, I mean, that has to be a big draw too.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the more popular things to do at the park, is to take one of those scenic paddle boat tours that's just outside of the park, or you can rent a canoe or kayak or bring your own and launch and go down the riverway. A lot of people like to go from the park down to Osceola, Wisconsin, which is about 7 miles. That's a nice afternoon paddle for a lot of folks. And then if you like hiking, after you've seen the glacial potholes trails, maybe you want to kind of stretch your legs out on 4 more miles of the trails in the parks. And they kind of include up and down rocky hiking with beautiful views of the St. Croix River, but we also have trails that are more forested, some that go up and down ravines, some that pass by some really beautiful tan-colored sandstone, like this picture we're seeing here is the start of that Sandstone Bluffs Trail, which is kind of a narrow, winding trail. The park has a lot of really varied habitats, and the hiking trails reflect that, which I think is something that keeps people coming back, you know, year after year and season after season, because there's always something new to see.
And I know, Meg, you've camped there. What's the camping situation? I'm guessing since you're so close to the Twin Cities, it's probably pretty tough to get a space.
It is. It's pretty full on the weekends. So Friday through Sunday nights, typically it gets booked pretty far in advance. But if you're someone who happens to have flexibility and you can come on a weekday, we still have some openings on weekdays. And we're small. We only have 37 campsites near where the St. Croix River is. But that's, like you said, a lovely opportunity to just drive an hour, camp, and kind of settle and enjoy a really different scenic landscape by the St. Croix River.
Jenni, because of the proximity to the Twin Cities, I feel like most people have been there or know of the park. But I'm curious if there are things that surprise people about the park, that they're like, oh, I didn't know this. It's so close. I've been half a dozen times. I had no idea.
Well, here is something that we don't have in the park that is often surprising for people, even if they've been here before. We have two lovely towns nearby, which are called Taylor's Falls and St. Croix Falls, but there's no waterfall to see in the area. The towns were named after a series of big rapids, and those rapids were covered by a hydroelectric dam about 100 years ago, which is still operating. And so there's no waterfall to see here, but we have this beautiful scenery. I think that often kind of surprises people based on the town names. But the other thing that I think is special, and maybe most people don't realize, is that this beautiful scenery behind me here is Minnesota Interstate State Park. But what you're seeing across the river in this photo is Wisconsin Interstate State Park. So you have a landscape with two different state park designations across the river from each other. And the Riverway is a national scenic riverway, so it has national protections. So you have these three little pieces kind of protecting this beautiful experience that we get to come out and enjoy today. And I think that's kind of special.
Beautiful indeed. Jenni, thank you for your time today. It was really fun to chat with you about the park.
Thanks so much for having me. Have a great day.
Likewise, if you would like to learn more about Interstate State Park, you can head to our website, minnesotalive.com. We'll post a link with more information so you can plan your visit there.